Marx focuses on a long succession of group conflicts, including those between ancient masters and slaves, medieval lords and serfs, and modern employers and their employees. It was conflicts between these classes, he claimed, that caused revolutionary change. He predicted that as technology improved, it would lead to increasing development, alienating more and more people from the means of production. This would split society in two, between the large numbers of impoverished people and the few who owned and controlled the means of production. He is still considered relevant to politics and economics today. This will split society in two, between the large numbers of impoverished people and the few who owned and controlled the means of production. He was a German philosopher whose idea that man is something to be surpassed appears in Thus Spoke Zarathustra, which was his famous book. He targets three linked ideas in particular. First, the idea we have of man or human nature. Second, the idea we have of God. And third, the ideas we have about morality and ethics. Elsewhere, he writes about philosophing with a hammer and attempts to share many of the most philosophic cherished views of the Western philosophical tradition, especially in relation to these three things. The book was written quickly, seeming closer to prophecy than philosophy. One of the central purposes of Nietzsche's philosophy is what he calls revaluation of all the values, an attempt to call into question of that we are accustomed to think about ethics and the means and purpose of life. He claims that many of the things that we think are good are ways of limiting the ways or of turning away from life. Austrian neurologist and psychiatrist who wanted to find out if it was possible to explain things that seemed to lie beyond the confines of psychology at the time. He described the structure of the mind as formed of the conscious or unconscious and the preconscious, and he popularized the idea of the unconscious, introducing the notion that it is the part of the mind that defines and explains the workings behind our ability to think and experience. He says that the active state of consciousness is just a fraction of the total psychological forces at work in our physical reality. The consciousness exists at the superficial level, to which we have easy and immediate access. Beneath the conscious lies the powerful dimension of the unconscious, the warehouse from which our active cognitive state and behavior act dictated. It's the puppet in the hands of the unconscious. The preconscious is the part where the memories reside. We are able to bring them into conscious awareness at any time. Freud founded the prominent psychoanalytic society in Vienna, from which he exerted his powerful influence on the mental health community of the time, training others in his methods and acting as the authority on what was acceptable practice.